Hey filmmakers, today we're talking about getting the anamorphic look without anamorphic lenses. Anamorphic lenses have that coveted, beautiful lens flare and bokeh that many of us desire for our videos, but they're insanely expensive to buy and rent. So that is where the CineMorph filters from Vid-Atlantic come in. They check off 2 out of the 3 things that you really want from anamorphics: that beautiful lens flare and the oval bokeh. The only thing they don't have is the true widescreen aspect ratio and the 2 times or 1.33 times squeeze factor. Vid-Atlantic sent me out some filters for a review, and I want to share the results with you guys now because they're really interesting. Their most popular filter is the CineMorph Anamorphic Bokeh and Flare filter. They come in a few different sizes, and I found that when shooting with them, you do get a more oval bokeh. I found that it cuts off a little bit on the top or bottom or on the side sometimes, and it's not 100% oval. Now when it comes to flaring, these filters do flare pretty well as long as you have a strong, hard light source directly in the frame. I got the one with the blue streak color, and I think it just looks beautiful when you get the flare going. A downside of them for me though is I did get other flares introduced with this filter. You can kind of see in the sides where there's just a lot of flaring, and that's coming from the back side of the filter where the black oval part is. Also, if you're using a 50mm lens on a full frame camera like the Sony a7S that I was using, you are going to get some vignetting around the outer edges, and if you use anything wider than that, you'll definitely have a lot of vignetting. Vid-Atlantic recommends that you use at least a 50mm or above. Moving on to the CineMorph matte box filters, these drop into your matte box and they come in 3 different oval sizes and also another frame that can hold the streak filament. I got pretty much the same results with these, where you had some more oval bokeh, but it's not perfectly round with some edges being cut off. Everything I was shooting was shot on the 50mm and the 85mm Rokinons at T1.5 and T2, so you could really see that bokeh well. My favorite combination to shoot with was the matte box filters and the back mount flare and streak filter adapter. This allows you to mount Canon EF lenses to a Sony E-mount camera or M43 camera. So basically the adapter has these 5 little different strings in it, and each of them, when the light hits it, causes it to flare. I found that this one works absolutely the best, and it gives me some of the nicest flares, the easiest. The only thing is, with all these adapters, it didn't flare easily with soft light sources or like large soft LEDs. It really has to be a pretty hard light source like the sun. And the cool thing about these ones is that the filament is neutral, so the lens flare will be the color of whatever the light source is. I did notice with the back mount lens flare adapter, the lens flares had a little bit of a different quality to them. You still got that nice horizontal lens flare, but you also get a lot of other tiny little, like almost bending, string-like looking lens flares that kind of bend off the top and bend off the bottom and curve. For me personally, I could see myself shooting more with the back mount streak filter adapter in the future because I just love the horizontal lens flares, but I'm not a huge fan of the vignetting that you can get with some of the lenses, and I can't always be shooting on a 85mm lens or more telephoto lens. A lot of times I need something to be much more wide angle. So by using this back mount adapter, I could really use any lens and I'm still going to get those flares and no vignetting. So if you are interested in getting that anamorphic look in your videos, definitely check out the link in the description below to vidatlantic.com. And if you want to learn how to light and shoot better videos, hit subscribe right now. I have a ton more videos coming out on shooting, editing, everything like that. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.